YouTube video. I'm so excited. Hello everyone, my name is Antoinette. This is my first video. It's been long anticipated. Like I said, it's been some years. I've had a camera for years, lighting for years, but just couldn't get over that fear. So I really appreciate you watching this video with me. It was a struggle. Probably broke down because I wasted oil everywhere, tried to record
and look at the camera and figure out, you know, what I'm supposed to be looking at. But
at any rate, please watch, enjoy. You'll also love the shocker at the end, because being a dark-skinned lady, a lot of times we know that our makeup transfers, but watch till the end. Stay tuned, keep watching, and I have more looks coming for you soon. So I'm going to begin with defining my brows using the Dinair Airbrush system at about 10 o'clock. And I'm going to take their dark brown color that they provide in their kits. I'll provide a link in the description box below. And then I'm going to use the stencil that they provide to just give my brows a shape. Now, I come to realize that the dark brown is a little too light to define the brows in the shape and color that I want. So once I get through kind of fooling with this, I'm going to go back and use the dark brown and the black mixed together into the airbrush gun to give it a little bit deeper tone and to be able to define it into the shape that I want. Now that I have the color that I want, I'm going to lay the stencil back up there and begin lightly pulling back on the lever to give the precise definition that I want. One reason that I like airbrushing my brows is that it's very quick and it's really a hassle-free way to get precise and sharply defined brows. Now, as you can see at the inner part of my brow, I don't really like how it's faded out or blended out, so you can always go back and use the concealer to fill in and correct some of the errors that you made in your brow defining process. So now to conceal and continuing in shaping and defining my brows, I'm going to take the ConcealerBrush by MAC along with their MAC Pro palette in Deep Dark. And instead of starting at the inner corner of my brow, I'm actually going to start at the arch of my brow, mainly because if you have a lot of product on the concealer brush, it'll actually aid in concealing all of those stray hairs that you may have without giving that heavy concealer feel. If you start your concealer at the inner corner of your brows, with all of that product, it can come off a little bit heavy. So that's why I start in the arch. For the top of my brows, I don't want to go in with the lightest color. I actually want to go in with the color that resembles more of my skin tone. That way you don't get the halo effect. I'm also going to use the leftover product that's on that concealer brush just to help blend out that inner corner. You can also find a link to all of the brushes and products that I use down below in the description box. Next, since we used a cream concealer, I'm going to go in with the Tarte Cosmetics Smooth Operator Amazonian Clay Pressed Finishing Powder, and it's in translucent, and it's going to just set all of the concealer that I've used so far. To continue to prep my eyelids, I'm going to go in with the NYX Jumbo Eyeshadow Pencil in Milk, and it's just going to go as a nice base and also to make the colors that I use pop. Now we're just going to blend that out with the Mini Beauty Blender, and then I want to just go in with the second layer of that NYX Jumbo Pencil, just to make sure I get a good base. Here I'm going in with the ColorPop Cosmetics eyeshadow in the color Secrets, and I'm using a BH Cosmetics brush. The specific type has rubbed off of the handle, so I'll just leave you a link to the actual company in the description box below. Now I'm going back in with the same color, but I'm adding the MAC Fix Plus spray just to take some of that ashiness out of the eyeshadow and to make them look a little bit more creamier and a little bit more vibrant. Going in with my Juvias Place Saharan Blush Palette Volume 2 in the color B, and it's just going to give a nice muted mauve pink. To start to deepen this color, I'm going to go in with the Saharan Blush Volume 1 palette by Juvias Place and use the color Abby just to deepen my crease. I'm just naturally letting the brush press into wherever I feel our natural socket forming. Then I'm just going to go back in with that color BEE from the blush palette just to blend those colors back in. Next up, I'm going to go in with the LA Girl Pro Concealer, and I'm going to use that color along with a more defined brush in order to create a cut crease. A cut crease is similar to overlining your lips. Basically, wherever you see the topmost fold in your eye, you're just going to go slightly past there or even more past that if you want a dramatic look. So for this look, I'm just going slightly past the natural fold of my eye just to give it a different type of crease and a different shape of my eye. Now I'm going to go back in with some eyeshadow. I'm taking the color Issues from the ColorPop Cosmetics line. I'm also using a flat eyeshadow brush in order to pack that color on there. Now I'm going back in with the fourth color in my custom-made ColorPop palette, and I'm going in with the color Sandbar. And I'm using a MAC brush, I'll put the description below, and I'm using that to blend the center part of my lower lid of the cut crease in with the first color that I just used in the color Issues, kind of that peachy nude color. To intensify that color, I'm going to use the other side of that curved flat brush that we just laid down the first peachy color with. And this brush is going to allow me to get as close to that edge of the cut crease as possible, as well as pack on some of that color. Now we're going to go back into that Saharan Blush Volume 1 palette with the color 80 and just continue with that transition of the lower part of the crease. Next, I'm going in with the bottom left color from the Zulu palette, again from Juvias Place, and with a small dense definer brush so that I can just pop right up under my brow arch with just a little bit of highlight, a little bit of glow. Now I'm going to take the MAC Mixing Medium eyeliner and use that to create a nice definition along the crease. I like this product because it dries clear and serves as a great base for applying glitter. It's glitter time! Oh, uh-oh, maybe not. Now I'm going to take this beautiful goldish white kind of blended glitter that I got off Amazon, and I'm just going to go back over where I placed the glue and gently lay the glitter on top. So I'm going to repeat this process for my left eye. You can use tape or a firm brush to flick off any excess glitter. Now I'm taking my Tarte Cosmetics double take eyeliner and creating a nice wing on my eyes, and I like it because it's dual ended. You have the pencil on one end and the gel felt tip on the other. Repeat the process that I did for my eyeshadow up top for my lower lash line, just to anchor my eyeshadow and kind of round out the overall look. So I'm going back in with the second eyeshadow, and then I'll go back in with the third, and pretty much each time I add a new color I just get closer and closer to the waterline to kind of still create that gradient effect. Well, you guys, my battery died, so I had to apply my lashes offline, but here's the completed eyeshadow look for you. And now let's get into foundation. I'm going in with the Dinair Radiance collection in the color Dark Almond, and I'm shaking it up. I'm going to put in about 8 drops and then lightly spray my face in sweeping circular motions. I really like airbrushing my makeup because being a Mississippi girl, it gets very humid and hot during the summer, so the airbrush goes on really light and gives me the coverage that I need. I'm going to finish my foundation and lip color off camera, but stay tuned and subscribe because I'll be uploading a video on how to get the perfect airbrush flawless foundation. So here's the completed look after I applied my highlight, contour, and lipstick. And as you can see, even with the simple Kleenex tissue, there is no transfer whatsoever without me having to bake, set, or anything like that. That's the power of airbrush. I really appreciate you watching this video with me. Like I said, it's my first video. It's been 3 years. I've always been wanting to record, but I just couldn't get over that fear of putting myself out there. So I really appreciate you, and I appreciate your support. So I will be having more videos coming, hopefully every other week. Like I said, I'm just kind of getting started.
Gonna ease my way into it.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe. Visit my website at bejustasbeautiful.com. That's BEJUSTASBEAUTIFUL.com. justasbeautiful.com. Thanks, and I'll see you soon. Bye.